What's up, then? Thank you guys for joining back with us. We are glad to see you guys. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you to all the subscribers already. If you are not a subscriber, I do not know what you're doing. Hit that subscribe button, hit that little bell so you don't miss any of the next episodes that we do. We are trying every Tuesday, man. We've been cranking them out every Tuesday. I know this is episode three. I'm pretty sure episode three, but we are trying to be consistent, and we're here with you guys. Hope you guys are having a great Tuesday or whenever you're watching this. So let's bring in the boys. You guys know the vibes. Let's bring in the boys. Let's see how they're doing. How you doing there, Tucker?
Oh, I'm doing great.
You're doing
Great.
great.
It's Tuesday morning now, doing another midnight podcast.
We're having our struggles. We're having our struggles, but we're putting it out. We're still bringing energy. We need to bring that energy here today, folks. So how we doing down there, Spencer?
I'm doing fantastic. It's only a 9 p.m. podcast, so this is perfect for me. Again, just to update, Newcastle won again. They are in the top four, and we got the Suns
Wow.
leading the Western Conference, I believe. So we're killing it.
Wow.
Good to
Love
hear.
to
Good
see
to
it.
hear. Love to see. And let's the last baby, Keaton. How we doing today?
Doing great, doing great.
Doing
You
great.
can see
We're
Tucker's
still
forehead over there.
Uh,
What
no.
about Spencer's forehead?
Spencer's too.
it's
It's
we're
not as
doing
shiny
great.
today.
We're doing great. I
Gotta turn off the lights.
man, I'm not. We gotta. My bald head, man. You gotta get the sunglasses on. Then get your sunglasses on to watch this. But doing great over here. And a documentary that we should all watch. I thought it was very good. I watched Tiger. If you have HBO and you are a Tiger Woods fan, there's a 2 episode documentary about Tiger. I thought that was a very excellent, and I was just kind of remembering all his moments and things like that. And I would have to say the next greatest golf moment is when Charlie Woods wins the Masters and he goes over after the 18 hole and he is hugging Tiger. That would probably be one of the greatest golf moments. The next golf moment, that'd be amazing. So if you got HBO Max, go watch Tiger. It is a good documentary if you're a Tiger Woods fan. But even if you're not, I think it is a very good documentary. So on the books today, on the schedule today, we're going to talk a little bit about some sports with you. First off, I do want to congratulate our autumn honor United Local. We all played 4 seasons at United Local. Keaton, in 2017, United won their first district championship. Keaton was on that team, and they were able to win their second ever district championship back on Saturday, 2022. So Keaton was at the game. Keaton, can you describe the game to us in this season?
It was honestly a pretty fun game to watch. I was there with a bunch of alumni guys that I was friends with in high school, watching the game, cheering on the current high school players. They won 3-1 against the team that we lost to my freshman year in 2017. But yeah, it was just fun watching them.
And you
They're a
lost
pretty good team.
in 2000. That was your Sweet 16, right? After
Yeah, that we
districts.
lost to the team they just beat in the Sweet 16.
So 2017, Keaton, that was your freshman year, right?
Yeah, that was my freshman year.
Did you play at all in that game?
Yeah, I played. Yeah, I was the right back.
Oh, okay.
You started, didn't you?
Yeah, I started.
Yeah.
And how many goals? This team is pretty good. I see the stats. They have gotten state recognition this year.
Yeah,
How
they're
many goals have they allowed in the playoffs? I think it's like one or two, isn't it?
I don't know the exact number, but it's around 10. I know the keeper, he got 12 clean sheets this year out of the 16 games. So,
And then these playoffs, they've been whooping people. It's been like 6-0,
yeah, they beat
six
their first
one.
team they played 14-0.
Yeah, 14-0. So,
and then 6-0.
so good luck to United as they go to the Sweet 16.
Mhm.
They do play the state playoffs in Columbus Crew Stadium. I don't. You think they have a chance? Keaton probably knows the team better than us
Eh,
now, but
They play the the sixth team in state next.
okay.
So
And
Yikes.
that's Wednesday or Thursday.
yeah, that's Wednesday. They play in
Wednesday.
Sandusky.
Sanders. Well, good luck to United. Like I said, we all before. My next remark will be kind of strange, but if Jones is watching this, I have said we all wore number 11. His son is wearing number 11 good right now, but
Something special about that.
I do say one of these days, number 11 needs to be retired because it was worn by Walicka Brothers for 16 years straight. There was one year that Keaton wasn't a freshman yet, but no one else wore it. But Jones' son is wearing it pretty well right now. We'll let him wear it. But I do say one of these days that the number 11 needs to get retired or something because all of us did wear number 11 in our soccer career at
Mhm.
United. So that is just my remarks.
Yeah, my freshman year, I had to wear
Yeah.
Tucker's jersey, and then his jersey
I
was
was.
an XL. I was like
Yep.
5'6", 100 pounds.
Yep.
It was like a
They didn't.
parachute
They
on
didn't
me.
get new jerseys until your sophomore year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
but my high school career and college career, I never won anything. Like I never won a league championship. I never barely won state playoff games. I never won anything.
We Spencer, when you were coaching me, didn't we almost win our division?
Yes, I think we came in second one year.
We could have tied. I think we could have tied if we would have beat Crestview.
Yes. Yeah, we did okay.
We
There were some years when Kyle and I played that were some very dry years for sure.
yeah.
And then we started to turn it around. And then Keaton, once he finally got in there, really
You
turned the program around and
yeah.
made it something
You guys
special.
play against harder teams though too.
It just
That-
took
Yeah.
the building of the three of us.
Yeah.
Yes, and that was going to be my next remark. Our conference was hard. We had to play Crestview, that was always good, and South Range. So
Yeah.
and now the
Yeah.
conference is
We don't
easy.
even have a conference anymore.
Cakewalk.
Yeah, it's a cakewalk. So, and Tucker, when Spencer was coaching, Tucker did beat South Range. It was like the first time in I don't know how many years, but they did beat South Range. Crestview and South Range, I absolutely hated those schools.
We sucked against Crestview. I think they always killed us.
So, but again, congratulations to United Soccer. We're always us four have given our heart and soul to that program, and now we're glad that they're doing well right now. Jones has he did not coach me. I think I'm the only with Licka that he didn't coach, but Jones has done really well with that program. Has turned it around a lot. So go do something special there, United. Do something special, and it's awesome. We're here for you guys, cheering you guys on. So,
Yep.
Any last remarks about United?
Mhm.
No further comments.
Yeah,
Go get them, boys.
Go get them. All right. So moving on. Let's give an update. Since it is a Monday, we're filming on Monday, and we had a full weekend of sports and things like that. So let's talk about fantasy football this week. Let's talk about fantasy football. So let's give an update of this Jonathan Taylor, Joe Mixon trade that Tucker did.
All right. So, again, for the new viewers, if you are not aware, Tucker traded straight up Joe Mixon for Jonathan Taylor. And I laugh at him. We've all laughed at him. But a little bit of an update. It might not be the worst trade ever. Things are starting to even back out. Jonathan Taylor was considered the number one player in Dynasty Fantasy Football. Joe Mixon, somewhere around the 15 to 20 range. That might be evening out. So we've had 2 weeks since we last updated. So week 7, Jonathan Taylor had 15.5 points. Nice and respectable. Joe Mixon beat him 18.1. So another victory for the Tucker log. In week 8, Jonathan Taylor, a total of 5.6 points. Outdone again by Joe Mixon, week 8 score 12.9. So far, Tucker
Wow.
has fallen positive each time. And there is a report out, a potential rumor out there that Jonathan Taylor might be shut down for the year. Now, this is a dynasty league. It's for years on end. Jonathan Taylor is 3 years younger than Joe Mixon, but for this year alone, it looks like Tucker might have made the best trade for his 0-18.
It sounds like a career-ending.
You're 0-8.
No,
he won a game.
I'm gonna be 1-7.
Oh, 1-7. Sorry, I
He won a
stand
game.
corrected.
He won a game last week. We won't talk about this past
Yeah.
week. So the funny story, Tucker. Let's talk about Daniel Jones here.
Oh,
Let's talk about Daniel Jones. Tucker has been struggling with quarterbacks each week, and he doesn't know which quarterback to put in. He's been struggling. And Daniel Jones had an amazing week the week before, so Tucker picked him up, put him in the starting lineup, and this week we were talking before the week even happened. I said, Tucker, how much confidence do you have in Daniel Jones? And he said, I probably have a curse, but Daniel Jones will probably only get 20 points. And Daniel Jones didn't even get 20 points. So
I think I do have a curse because every time I put a player in, he sucks, and then my bench starts performing well. So I should have stuck Tom Brady in there. Keep the goat in there, but
Then you trade Kyle Murray too.
yeah, I did trade Kyler Murray. That probably wasn't. Well, here's the thing. Last year, I traded a bunch of players to get Jonathan Taylor to be a nice foundational piece to my team, and
You got
I ended up
Joe
trading him. Like, I believe I had Nick Chubb last year, and that was part of the trade.
yeah, I'm not sure about that Nick Chubb, but
Mixon.
I'm pretty sure I did. I had Nick Chubb, and I traded him for Jonathan Taylor.
Pretty sure Nick Chubb is currently the league leading rusher.
Yep.
So
That sounds correct.
yeah.
sounds
And
about
we-
right once he's off your team.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's how it goes.
That's how it goes. That's how the book was written right there. And we won't talk about Tucker barely got 85 points, and the leading scorer, myself, beat him by 110 points. I got a 194 this week. So,
Well, when you have
That's-
Jalen Hurts on your team,
and I had Christian McCaffrey, and I got Jalen Waddle. I got a stacked team. So it's championship or bust for me this year for sure. Championship or bust.
must be nice. I don't know that feeling.
And the thing that puts the icing on the cake, puts the cherry on top, I do have a first round team pick that I have. The team is 0-8 right now. So that just puts the cherry on top, and it's just moolah. So, but we'll keep updating you on fantasy. Tucker's team probably, unless he plays his team that's 0-8, he probably will go 1-15 or 1-13, whatever it is. But and then they both have no future. They have no draft picks, and I don't know what they're gonna do in the future. I have no idea. So
2024 is going to be my year.
so I guess he's gonna stick it out. I don't know, but interesting. Let's ask the dynasty. I got one last question before we move on. I was approached this week. If a team in a dynasty wins 2 years if they win 2 years in a row, when should you redraft a league in dynasty, Spencer?
Oh, that is a good question. I think it should be written into your rules. So if you're gonna have say that, if a dynasty team is smart enough to win 2 years in a row, that it needs to be written in the rules before they create such a dynasty. I don't think when the Warriors win 3 in a row, we're like, oh, we should have everybody redraft. So if somebody's smart enough to build a dynasty that wins year in, year out, they should be rewarded by continuing to have that dynasty dominate.
And that was my
Unless
thoughts
you
too.
wrote it in rules.
I would
No,
like a
we don't.
redraft.
We don't even talk fantasy with you. You have no idea what you're doing.
This is a lot more serious than I intended it to be.
Yes,
You're
yes.
not paying anything, though. You're not paying.
That's good. I'm not
we're
throwing
gonna
my
do
money away.
We're doing money next year. We're gonna do some money in
Are
this.
you guys
league
doing a
next year.
punishment at
Well, we
least?
need to redraft if we're throwing money in.
Yeah, do we have
No,
a
we
punishment?
don't. No.
We need a punishment and money.
Yeah. So
I don't
next year, that was brought up, the redraft. One of our other players in the league asked. That's written in that's in his other leagues. He said if a team wins 2 years in a row, or I think it was, did he say 2 outright? I don't know if he said 2 years in
He
a row.
said 2 years in a row.
Okay, he said 2 years in a row. So I told him, no, we're not going to do that because
I will say, if we're going to switch the league to a money league, you could maybe do a redraft, because now you had a lot of inexperienced people at Dynasty and at planning for a dynasty.
yeah.
You could maybe say, now that we're playing for money, we'll redraft, but it does punish those who have created a great team, because it's going to even everything back out with a redraft. So
Yes. Yeah, so I'm in 2 dynasties. The one I was like Tucker in the other dynasty. I just drafted so bad. I had probably had 5 people that retired within 2 or 3 years
Wow.
after I drafted them. So
I
that's
think
how
my
it-
draft was fine. I think my mistake was trying to get Jonathan Taylor
yes,
and giving up so
and-
much
and then
for him.
trading him away for
Yes.
And I
Yeah.
gave up a lot to get him.
Yes, you gotta, in dynasty, you gotta think, like I said before, you can get angry at your players because they're not performing, but who knows, in 3 or 4 weeks they can start performing and things like that. So that is the one hard thing about dynasty. So, but in like a year after year, that's like you just get good players, and that's what in the other dynasty, somebody texted me, he's like, oh, I have players for sale if you want to make a playoff push, but there's no point for me because I'm set up pretty good. If I make the playoffs, I make the playoffs, but there's 2 other teams that are ahead of me that are going to win the championship. And even if I do sell a lot of Spencer's one of them, if I do sell up, but if I make the playoffs, I'm making the playoffs. So, but I'm not going to win. And then the following year, if I try to go all in and I don't win, it's like whatever. So, but I do love fantasy football. That's probably my favorite fantasy. I've tried fantasy or basketball, and it's just fantasy football. It takes 2 or 3 days just to do it. Just put your lineup. Basketball, you got to set it day in and day out. It
takes me like
So-
5 minutes to set my lineup.
for basketball or football.
For football, I
Yeah.
just make sure no one's hurt, and then I leave them in there.
Yeah. So
This case, I changed Daniel Jones for Tom Brady, and that was a mistake. So
yeah. So, in last football question, we're all Steelers fans. I don't know if Keaton watches the games, but the rest, the 3 of us, I want to know your opinions of what should the Steelers do?
offensive coordinator. I think the play calling is really bad. We have a great receiving core. Like with those receivers, we should not be struggling to get passing yards.
Yes, Spencer, what's
For
your
me,
opinions?
I haven't gotten to watch them for a couple weeks because I get different broadcasts out here on the West Coast. But I think that the offensive line is a real issue for us. We can't give any time for Kenny Pickett to be able to pick out any receivers.
Yeah,
And there's no
I
room
agree with
for
that.
Najee to run. So we can't get we can't get him out of the box. So I think we need offensive line.
Well,
Yeah.
there is talk now that James Warren? I know it's Warren.
Jalen Warren.
Yeah. People are saying he's better than Najee Harris
No.
because he is producing yards, unlike Najee right now. But
He is.
I do agree. I do agree. The offensive line needs some work.
Yes, but I agree with Tucker. I think our offensive coordinator needs some work. Like, just not give our widers. I understand the line and all that, but still give our quarterback some time. Like, I loved that touchdown pass that Chase Claypool did yesterday. I thought that game call was awesome. At first, I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's a terrible call. Why are you running it?" But then he threw it. I was like, "Wow, good job. That was an amazing play." So, but our offense, we're scoring 15 points a game. Like,
and our passing yards, and I think we only have. I don't even think we have 5 receiving touchdowns this year.
I think one of our wide receivers has a touchdown. One of our wide receivers.
And then the tight end has 2.
Pat. So it's just Mike Tomlin. If you want to go 500, then you got to do something. I see us winning like 5 games, and that's nice. So Mike Tomlin's Pittsburgh Steelers, do something to help us, please. All right, moving on. This is a good part of the year for sports. You got every sport going on pretty much. Let's move into the NBA. The Phoenix Sun fan wants to talk a little smack to us. So let's have his spot right now.
Hey, just want to say that flag flying behind you there, Kyle. You might want to take it down because the Suns are coming for you. Leave. It's a little late now, but what was it, last Thursday? The Suns dominated the Warriors, took over the game. Not even a close contest. Klay Thompson getting thrown out because he can't handle the pressure. Warriors are falling apart, so sorry.
How many games have we played? So
enough to know that the Suns are
you
better.
You get thrown out of games because you have passion and you care. He cares about getting better, cares about having a winning team. He's just putting all his passion, and that stuff happens.
Yes. And
the Suns were number 1 seed last year, and they lost in the second round, though. So.
Whoa!
It's fine. It's fine.
Just wait till the postseason.
If we were doing a buy or sell, I understand where Klay Thompson's coming from. I understand that's his off season. That's when he tore his Achilles, but you gotta be prepared for you gotta be prepared for the beginning of the season. I understand your speculation and all this, but you gotta come into the season in shape. That's my thoughts. I don't know what you guys think, but
I agree. I would say you need to have a good start this season because it sets the tone for the team.
Yeah, so I'll be patient with you, Klay Thompson. I'll be patient. I understand you're a little speculative because that's when you tore your Achilles and stuff like that in the offseason. But, man, to be a good NBA player, you got to work out in the offseason. Work out on the offseason because you do not get many practices. You do not get many days off from games to get in shape during the regular season. So, but we'll see. And Mr. John Morant fan down there, he's leading the MVP vote. So
I think he's averaging like 35 points right now.
Curry's not far behind.
But great. But but greatness is overlooked a lot of times. So
That's
It's
true.
he's
the new guy.
You
The
you
new
get
guy will
used
win it.
you get used to seeing the same thing, the same greatness. So they just want something new.
yeah, they want a new MVP. So I mean, he is averaging 30 points a game. I will say that. So we'll see who the MVP is. Ja is a very, I will say, I'm becoming a Ja fan. He's a very good basketball player. I will
Mhm.
say he's got to improve his shooting. I don't know. Let's just real quick about this question because Giannis Antetokounmpo is not. He literally's got to stop shooting threes. Just stop shooting shots
Yeah.
at all. Giannis Antetokounmpo's got to stop shooting. But on the other hand, for Ja, because I see like Ja's a smaller version of Giannis, he can finish at the rim and things like that. But for Ja, I feel like he needs to shoot and improve his shooting. But I don't know. What
I
are
mean,
your
he is a
guys' thoughts?
guard, so he should be able to shoot.
Yeah. But I watched the Bucks and Giannis just he literally can take 3 steps and he's at the hoop and just pass them.
Yeah.
But then he
Yeah.
just shoots threes and airballs them. It's like what's people are still gonna sag off of you. Like what's the point? So but I see it the other way around for Ja. Like I say, because if he shoots threes, then he can just use his athleticism and get around the player. So
Mm.
but those are my 2 hot takes about the NBA. Klay Thompson, you should have been ready for the NBA season. And Giannis Antetokounmpo, stop shooting threes. Stop shooting threes. Just go dunk the ball on everybody and stop shooting threes. So those are my hot takes. That was my hot seat right there for those players and the Steelers.
Got a little heated up over there, Kyle.
And the Steelers. I'm just angry. It was a horrible.
He cares. He has
Did
passion.
not contain himself. Yeah. No.
It was just a horrible weekend. The Warriors lose
Yeah.
to the Suns. They
3
come to.
different teams on his wall.
It was a
It was
rough
a rough
weekend.
weekend.
Just a
The
rough
Warriors
weekend.
lose to the Suns, and then they lose to the Hornets, and they lose to Detroit. It's like what? Then the Steelers give us a little hope. It's like 7-7, a little hope, and then they can't catch an interception. Jalen Hurts just throws butter passes. It's just a rough weekend. So moving on to this last segment. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the Office draft last week. We certainly did enjoy the Office draft, and we're moving on to another draft this week. We're going to draft current NBA players. Current NBA players, and how we determined the draft order this week was the standings of Monday, Halloween Day, 10/31/22. So the standings right now, we each have a different team. We each have a different team. So the Phoenix Suns are number one in the records. I think they're 6-1. And the Keaton's favorite team is Memphis Grizzlies, and they're the second. I don't know their record off the top of my head, but they're
5-3, I think.
yeah. So that's Keaton's team that he likes. So Phoenix for Spencer, he's number one. Memphis for Keaton. I gave Tucker Golden State, so Tucker is the third.
Yeah,
order,
because
and-
I'm loyal to my team.
No, but whatever. I've given him all his Warriors gear that he has. So,
Hey, I'll take it.
yeah. And then I picked Miami Heat. I should have picked Charlotte, then we would have had a discussion because I think they have the same record as the Warriors, but whatever. I'll pick Miami Heat and I'll go last and I'll have the best 5 players. So, we are looking make sure we do have an Instagram. If you're watching this Tuesday, we still have our office vote up, so please go vote on that. If you're not watching this Tuesday, then you're out of luck, I guess. But we do have it as a post, so maybe you can comment your favorite. But do go follow us on Instagram. It is in the description, all one word. What's up? What's up? Then podcast, all one word. And how we're doing this draft. Me and my old roommate, we would play blacktop, and we wouldn't pick pick out of positions. So we would each pick a point guard, we'd each pick a shooting guard, small forward, power forward, center. So that's how we're doing the draft today. And we're just doing a regular draft 1 through 4, 1 through 4, etc., etc. And we cannot draft out of order. So point guard first round, shooting guard second round, small forward, power forward, center. Does everybody understand the rules?
Sounds good to me.
Got it.
All right. Number 1 pick in this 2022 NBA draft, Spencer Woodlick at the podium.
All right. And we're starting with the point guard position,
We're
correct?
starting with the point guard position, and we're five current players right
Got
now.
it. Got it. All right. So I'm going to go with the player that I think probably helps me win the most right now for the team I'm going to build. I'm going to go with Stephen Curry.
Oh
the Golden
my!
State Warriors.
Is there any?
I
Because
can't believe
need-
it.
I mean,
As I look at what my team's going to be, I feel like I need a shooter. He can obviously dish the ball out, but as we talked about a little bit, it was really between Ja and Steph. And I think I need somebody to stretch the floor, and I'm going to go with Steph to make that happen for me.
I think I can pick your next 4 picks for you. I probably could pick all your next 5 picks for you.
You probably can.
But all right, 2022 second pick of this NBA draft, Keenan would look at the podium.
I'm gonna go with Chris Paul.
Whoa!
Yikes!
Explain yourself.
Yikes!
Explain
I
yourself.
gave you a gift, Keaton.
He
It was
gave
on a
you
platter.
who
you
you
got-
wanted.
No, listen.
Explain
I would go
yourself.
with John Morant, but I think there's better people out there that can do what he does, just better.
Not Chris
But
Paul.
Chris Paul's like one of the best like true point guards in the league still.
That's
true.
That's true. That's true.
That's true. And he's from my city, so Winston
Yeah,
Salem.
he's a veteran too. You don't get that much anymore.
Yeah. A bold pick right there from Keaton, but let's throw it over to the third pick of this 2022 NBA draft, Tucker. He's got a lot of thinking.
So who do you want, Kyle? Who do you want?
I don't know.
Let me see here. I think I'm gonna take Luca. See a point guard?
Ooh, yeah, he's a point
Okay.
guard.
I'm gonna take
Also,
Luca.
Well done in the research.
Well, I don't know. Like, I would think he's a point guard, but I didn't know if he's considered like a
He's
different
considered
forward.
a small forward too.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's-
But yeah,
Tucker,
I want Luca. I think
what team does Luca play for, Tuck?
Dallas Mavericks.
Oh,
You didn't think I knew that?
Ooh.
We played them in the playoffs last year.
Ooh, okay. So
Yeah.
I forgot about him. I thought Keaton would maybe pick him too. That's one of Keaton's favorite players.
I
too.
did not see
Yeah.
Chris Paul.
Oh yeah, that's a moving on.
Got a plan.
Oh man, this is a hard pick. There's a lot of good point guards out there. Let's go with Elena Strong, Trey Young. Trey Young, baby. Give me ice cold Trey Young, point guard right there. Moving on.
So I have a question. So does this
So
mean
Ja did not get picked.
yeah, is Draw off the table now?
Yes, Jaws off the table.
Ja's off
All
the
right.
table.
All right,
He's a
sounds
point
good.
guard. He falls in the
Sounds
point
good.
guard category.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, now
I think
moving
we
on
all
to
got scared. So Ja is maybe the MVP this year, but we all got scared of him a little bit.
I don't.
I like Job, but I don't think like you could
He's
build a
not one
team
you
around
build your
him.
team around.
Well, yeah.
Potentially.
He's not really a leader right now, and I think you need a leader at point guard.
Who? It's another question for another day. But let's move on to shooting guards. Let's go back to the round number 2, pick number 1 from Spencer Woodlick here.
All right. You probably already know who this is. Shooting
Yeah.
guard.
Devin Booker.
I think the best in the league. Devin Booker can create his own shot
Yikes.
and shoot from outside. He's a do-it-all guy. He's got your passion that you want. He's a player.
Push
through
Klay
and
Thompson
through.
in the
I
back.
think he is one of by far my favorite players for sure.
Yes, he is, and he's only 26. So only
That's a good pick.
26, so
Good pick. I like it.
Good pick. Let's see. Let's get another surprise from Keaton here.
I'm gonna have to go with Klay Thompson.
Oh my!
Oh,
That's who I wanted.
Yeah,
I
I
wanted
mean,
him.
I don't think there's another pick besides him.
Oh, okay.
Keaton and I have just traded the Phoenix Suns. He's taking
Tucker,
my point guard.
I gotta
He's
look up.
researching. Oh my!
Yes.
At least turn your
Turn
keyboard down. My word.
Yeah, you can hear
I'm
the
sorry.
keyboard.
I'm sorry.
Gosh.
I
Tucker's,
thought-
I
I'd get Klay Thompson.
Prepared.
Tucker's only shooting guard that he knows is Klay Thompson.
My word.
There's some good players on here.
Yeah.
All right, let's.
All right,
There's
my
like
pick.
31
Are you
other
ready?
starting players that
Are
shoot
you ready?
besides
Pick
Klay.
number 3. Is
Yeah,
pick
I'm
number
ready.
3 ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Getting yelled at.
From who?
Should be.
Everybody.
I said,
All right,
throwing
let's
it
go.
over to.
I'm ready.
I said, pick number
Go ahead.
3.
I'm picking Donovan Mitchell.
Oh.
Oof.
You know the shooting guard?
It's on here on Google.
He's a
That
shooting
was-
guard. I did.
It,
think
all
that.
right. If you
That
guys
was
are questioning
my-
that, I'll take
No,
it.
I think Garland's their point guard.
Oh,
so that
yeah, I forgot about
makes sense.
Garland. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
That was my pick right there. Dang.
All right. All right.
Donovan
I mean-
Mitchell is your pick,
Yeah, I was gonna.
boys.
Well, I had
Um,
Clay. I want Clay on my team, but you want to make a trade, Keaton?
No.
We can't make trades. We can't make trades.
Nah, I'm just joking.
All right, let me look on my keyboard real quick for shooting guards, and let me come up. This may be a surprise. Let's throw it out there. Let's have some fun with this pick. Tyler Hero.
Yikes.
Okay. Okay. He has
You
been
got
to
Chris
even
Paul
finals.
with
six.
that pick.
Sixth
Does he
man
even
of the,
start?
yes, he's starting this year. Sixth man of the year last year. He's doing really well for Miami. Leading scorer.
Hey, I like that pick.
Thank you, Tucker.
He
Thank
can
you,
shoot,
Tucker.
so
Yes, he can shoot. Him and Trey Young backcourt. It's gonna be a scary backcourt. So, all right, let's move on. Are we good? Moving on to small forwards.
All right.
I
Well,
probably is this LeBron James?
no,
Okay,
it is not.
that-
LeBron.
Oh,
he should
Not
not be a small
LeBron.
forward.
It is not LeBron.
I
I'm
know.
not.
I was
to be
wrong.
honest. I'm not a huge LeBron fan. Just
I
in
agree.
general.
I agree.
My next pick, there's two that I really am debating, but I'm gonna go with a reunion of Steph Curry and Kevin Durant.
Is he a small
yikes.
forward?
There's
He
bad.
was listed as
bad
a small forward
chemistry
based
with
on my
those two.
research on Google.
I
You
thought
can
he-
check me if he's not listed there. We can.
He's
we can
listed
pick
on
him.
mine too. I got it up right now.
I
Oh,
thought
gosh.
maybe he was a power forward. I didn't know.
I think he probably
I
plays
mean,
that too.
If you
but-
have LeBron as a small forward, you can have Kevin Durant.
But Giannis is a power forward. So
Yeah,
yeah, Giannis is power forward. Yeah. We probably should have made sure we had the same list before we started, but
Oh,
No,
I
it's
don't.
fine.
I don't have a list. I'm just thinking of players.
so my small
Kyle knows
forward,
these players.
KD.
Katie, I was wrong about his picks. I probably know the last two. Probably guess the last two, but
We'll see.
all right, let's throw it over to Keaton.
so we're
Small
considering
forward.
LeBron small forward.
Yep, LeBron's a small forward.
Okay, then I'll go with LeBron. I mean,
LeBron James.
playoff LeBron's different, so
Yeah,
Okay.
if he can make the playoffs.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got this team, so he better.
Yeah, he's got a new team now.
Yeah.
He doesn't have Russ as his point guard. He has Chris Paul.
Yeah.
Oh, they're
Definitely an
aren't they
upgrade.
1-5 right now?
Yeah, the
Yes.
Lakers are struggling right now. They got their first win. Tim Legler said they're going 0-7. So
All right,
Tucker, small forward.
yeah,
Tucker.
I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Kawhi Leonard. We're gonna bring in the veteran. Lead
Alright.
the team.
When's the last time he played a game?
He played this year. He's played
Isn't
a couple
he?
this year.
Isn't he
this
healthy
year.
this
Has
year?
he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't
Yeah.
play back-to-back games. They're being
Healthy
very...
is a loose definition, I feel like. But
That is a question for the viewers, the voters.
He'll be good for
Because
playoffs.
current Kawhi Leonard is not very good right now. So that's just in consideration right there.
I'm sticking with it. I like Kawhi.
Okay. Okay. All right. Gotta go with a Duke player, Jason Tatum. And
Good pick.
dark
That's
horse
a good pick.
Dark horse MVP. 2K did do their sim, and Jason Tatum was their MVP. So
Is
And
he a
the
small forward?
yes,
He's smaller than LeBron. So.
Keaton's
He's
that
like
was probably
6'10".
Keaton. And Memphis Grizzly was the championships from the 2K sim. So
There you go.
all right, are we good?
Good.
I just thought of this. Are we writing these down so we can read them afterwards? Do people remember their teams?
I have mine written down.
I'm not-
I know you knuckleheads don't have a clue, but
I'm not writing mine down.
Who'd I say?
Because we
Luka?
gotta read. We don't have like our little draft board today.
look,
so-
I'm pretty sure you
That's true.
picked Karl Malone.
I no.
All right, let's go to the fourth pick. A power forward. Power
All
forward.
right. Power forward, Milwaukee's own Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yep.
And I'm fairly sure I got the pronunciation at least close.
Yeah, that's pretty close.
That was close.
Very close. All right, Keaton. Power forward.
Well, I want to Tatum, but I guess he's a small forward.
He already got drafted now, anyways. So.
Yeah. I'll go with. Are we counting injuries?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
like,
So we're
Well-
trying to create a team that wins right now.
Yeah.
I'll go with Zion.
Yeah, I was gonna pick Zion if he was there. That butt injury was just like it's not like ESPN and stuff. It wasn't serious. Like he was going up for a dunk and fell hard. I do agree with ESPN. He does need to learn how to fall and land and things like that. But
So does Ja though too. He always lands on his 1 foot.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
But
that's just
Ja's not a giant though.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
Carrying all that extra weight.
yeah. But yeah, I would have picked Zion. So Tucker, you got your power forward, or
Yeah, I'm gonna pick Anthony Davis.
that's a good pick.
But I have a question for you, Kyle.
Okay.
Is your old player Haslam still in the league?
Yes, he is.
I
He
could
is.
have picked him.
He played.
The
he
power
played.
forward.
He
He's
played
the power
the.
forward.
He played the other day. He got some points.
He's like
He's still.
50.
He's still making buckets, man. This is
I
his
know.
last year.
I just see him on my
This is
list. So I just
How
want. I
old
was
is
curious.
how old is he? How old
It's
is
like
that?
42,
That-
43.
Yeah, he's at least 40.
Oh my word.
Maybe next week I'll bring out a Haslam jersey. I do have some of those. He is
Who's he currently with?
Miami.
Still with
all,
Miami.
There.
All 20 years he's with Miami, and he's probably played. He probably hasn't played 82 games in the last 5 seasons, but we still pay him. So
Gotta play him at least a few times.
yeah, like he played the other day, and I saw he got a bucket. So if we're crushing people or we need him, foul trouble or whatever, put him in. So power forward. I gotta think a little bit. These bigger positions, I'm not as knowledgeable. I would
You
say
should take Haslam.
no. I
Yeah,
need
you
a
know
good
who he
team.
is.
I took a risky pick with Tyler Hero, so
There's not many power forwards.
yeah, there is not many.
Yeah, my list was slim.
Come on, Kyle.
Um,
Think about your dookies.
that's what I was gonna do. Zion. Oh,
Think about your other dookies.
Is Pablo Banchero a power forward?
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
He's
The
a
rookie
power
of
forward?
the year.
I don't know if he
These
was
these guys are small.
yeah, I didn't know if Pablo was a power forward or not.
I don't
So
really
That's what it
understand.
lists him as his main one. Yeah.
I've never
okay.
understand power
I'll
forward and
take
small forward. So
It's mostly just forwards now
yeah, it's
and like
positionless
just
basketball.
guards.
It's
yeah.
positionless basketball.
Yeah.
All right, I'll take Pablo Banquero. He's having an amazing year. He's gotten every game, he's gotten over 20 points. So cruising to rookie of the year. So, all right, are we good, centers?
I'm ready.
Okay. Last
right.
pick here. Let's give our centers.
All right. My center is the Joker. Nikola
it's a
Jokic.
good pick. Good pick.
Good pick. Good pick right there. He's got a lot of value in his team.
All value. It
All
kind
value.
of helps when I get to just pick whatever player I think is the best player at every position.
But we did discuss this when we were not recording. The best players may not gel as a team. So, just like the
Why not?
Lakers,
And why not?
Westbrook and LeBron and AD, they're not gelling. So, you gotta be
I
smart.
feel like I've got a squad that fits together well, where they're all unselfish enough that they'll work it together. So
All right, throwing over to Keen. You got your center.
Yeah, I mean, gotta go with Embiid, right?
Yeah, you got to. Got to.
I mean, who else is there?
I'll give you a name.
Okay.
Hey, if you say Jameson wins, what's his name?
James, that's what he's.
James Wiseman.
Let's
Yeah,
throw it over
James
to
Wiseman. That's his
No,
name.
I'm gonna go with. All right, I already got kind of a big man with Davis, so I'm gonna pick Bam Adebayo.
Oh my
Ooh,
goodness! You're
that's a good
taking all
one.
my
That's a good
picks.
pick. That's a good
You're
That's
pick.
taking all my picks.
I was waiting for you to say Looney.
Nah, I'm not picking
Looney,
Looney.
yeah.
That came to my mind after he picked Bam Adebayo.
I have some speed on my team. I got some speed.
Oh, centers, man. They're taking all my picks. It is a rough time. I've had the last pick the last two drafts, so it's been a rough time. But let's go. Let's just have some fun. James Wiseman. I was gonna pick Looney.
Kyle, who's on the Suns?
Come on.
He's going down.
I agree with Kyle.
He's
I think
going downhill.
losing. I think he's going downhill.
I mean, that was so bad. We don't have too much time here, but it was so bad that Indiana offered him, and then 5 minutes later, the Suns offered him. Like, that's
They
so
just
bad.
matched it. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, then just give him the offer to begin with. That's my opinion. But all right. So real quick, let's read over our teams. And this is for voting when we put up the voting on Instagram. We're looking for putting these 5 guys up against the 5 guys and who would win a 7-game series. So have that in mind when we're voting. Just read off your list real quick and give a brief statement of why you think your team wins. Spencer.
All right. I have Steph Curry, Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Nikola Jokic. So feel like my team is the best. I think every single one of these guys, except maybe Giannis, can shoot the ball. Giannis will shoot the ball. Probably not good or well. Every single one of these guys is good with the ball in their hands and can create their own shot. And I think we got enough good personalities that they're about finding ways to win over being the stat stuffer and being the guy every time. So I think they fit together and will gel wonderfully.
Yep.
Sounds good.
Keaton.
All right, so I had Chris Paul at the 1, Klay Thompson at the 2, LeBron James at the 3, Zion at the 4, and then Embiid at the 5. I mean, I got the best catch and shoot player in the league. I got 2 players that have won 4 championships, and then I got 3 that haven't won one. So they're all gonna be like hungry for the championship. So
Okay.
Got the
Tucker?
experience on your team.
Yeah, you got the
yeah, I got a lot of
All right.
experience. Yeah.
So I had at the 1 I had Luca. At the 2 I have Donovan Mitchell. 3 Kawhi Leonard. 4 Anthony Davis, and 5 Bam Adebayo. And I just feel I kind of made a fast team, I guess you would say. Don't really have a slow player. And Bam's a great defender, and I have 3 shooters, and then 4. Well, Anthony Davis inside shooter. So yeah, feel like I'd be putting up a lot of points. So
Sounds good. And then I got Trae Young, point guard, leading the team. Tyler Hero. I got Jason Tatum, Pablo Banchero, and then James Wiseman. And I think it's a little weird of a lineup, you probably think, but I think they will gel. They will gel. Ice Trey in the playoffs. Tyler Heroes has shown that he's a good playoff player too. And James Wiseman just runs up and down the court. If he's a healthy player, man, he's going to be a dominant center. I think he's a dominant center right now. And then Jason Tatum and Pablo Banchero, they're scorers. So I think I got a pretty good team. So any last remarks? Any other last remarks from you guys?
I got nothing.
I think Kyle's worst team.
Worst
Wow.
team. Wow.
We'll
I'm tired.
see what the voters say. We see what the voters say.
That Tyler Hero pick, not even picking a starter in that one.
He is a
That's
starter
bold.
right now.
It's a bold move. I thought you said he's a 6-man.
He was six
Well,
man
fine.
last year.
You gotta have those role players. You gotta have the role players.
It's true. He went with maybe a non All-Star guy there. that
Oh,
could
I should have.
fill.
I didn't even think about this player. Draymond Green. What position is he?
Oh my
Power
god.
forward.
I should have picked him.
No.
Yeah, that way you can have him punch your teammates, and that's smart.
It's
Yeah, so you get
He's.
thrown out every game.
I feel he's a player you want on your team. This
he
brings a lot of energy
that
and
is true.
passion. And talking about passion, he just brings it.
That is very true. I don't think the Warriors dynasty happens without Draymond. You see in the
I agree.
2016, he gets fairly ejected and gets suspended, and we lose. So
All right, this was
I'm not
a
talking
fun
about
podcast. Fun
yeah,
podcast.
round of applause. Round of applause. Real
Round of
quick.
applause.
Hey, is this a bussin' episode?
Bussin'.
Bussin'. Every time we're busting.
Yeah. So
Bussin'.
if you have watched this episode this long, we do appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for supporting us. We're gonna be here week after week. We'll be here for you guys, and we have heard you guys. We're gonna try to get some audio, just audio. We like the visual podcast. I like to see people's faces and things when I watch podcasts, but we do understand people just want the audio and listen to the audio. So we will try to be working on that for you guys and put it out also just as audio for you guys listeners also that we have over there. So thank you guys for watching What's Up Then podcast episode 3. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, not miss anything. A like, comment, and follow us on Instagram, and we would love for some questions in our intros and things like that. We'd love to answer some questions. So you guys have questions about us and pretty much anything you want to ask us, we'll try to answer those for you guys. And but if you watched it this far, thank you guys for watching episode 3. We'll see you next week.
Peace.
Peace.
Gonna do
Good
a
job,
W.
fellas.
A W for What's Up Then.